If you were here for part one of Bali, you already know every day started with the plan and ended up with a plot twist. In part two, the plot thickens, and so does the humidity. Buckle up, because this is about to be Daebak. Roll my intro.
I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but. I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like.
Annyeonghaseyo, Daebak fam. Welcome back to Daebak Reacts TV, your one-stop shop for all things beats, bars, and of course, big Daebak energy. Last time, we fell in love with Nasi Goreng, faced off with monkeys, got emotional over cat poop coffee, and rode scooters like we were filming Fast and Furious Bali Drift. This time, we try to stick to the plan. Are you ready? Chicken-buto, showtime! The next day, it was time for the Garuda redemption arc. We returned, this time victorious. Our guide Arsa took us all the way to the parking lot, which was a few blocks away from the actual entrance into the park. Over there, he got us tickets, and we had to wait for a tram that would actually take us and circle back to the entrance. For some reason, that was the system. A regular normal car couldn't get through because they had this tram that you had to pay for, and the tram would actually take you all the way to the entrance of the park, the main entrance where you can actually go and see things. So we took the tram to the entrance, and from that point, we had to get off because from that point, everything was on foot. So we started our walk until we hit the main gate to the park. We took a few pictures of the statues over there. And of course it was raining, so I had my raincoat on. But when we walked in, we didn't expect to stumble across an amphitheater. And inside this amphitheater, we caught a traditional dance performance. A Balinese dance performance. The dancers, super graceful. Me, I'm sitting down, transfixed, and watching the dancers do their thing hypnotically. While sweating, of course, because again, it was hot. And I had my raincoat on, so the humidity was next level. I was sweating like I'd been emotionally attacked by the sun. So then after the dance, we climbed up a couple of stairs until we reached this huge garden-like feature with a large pond and a few statues facing each other. This was actually a water feature because there was water actually pouring out like a fountain from these statues. So after a few photo sessions, we climbed stairs again and we reached the main feature of the park, which was the Garuda statue. And listen, this thing is massive. Up close, it's part mythology, part intimidation, and 100% I should have stretched first. I gotta tell you though, this was majestic. You could see the history on this statue. You could see the amount of work that had probably gone into making this thing. One can only imagine what that would have been like, because the entire thing was made from solid rock, carved, detailed, you name it. So we didn't go deeper into the park because, quite frankly, The sun was frying my frontal lobe and my hiney. Your Ajeossi was actually getting barbecued, like Samgyeopsal. But we did the only thing that made sense, and that was to return for lunch to Nasi Goreng. Yes, again. At this point, it was a committed relationship, okay? Again, no offense to my actual travel companion. I feel so bad that I keep mentioning this, but I gotta tell you, Daebak fam, Nasi Goreng is one of those dishes you can't get tired of. I gotta tell you, it is just so addictive. But enough about my love for Nasi Goreng, because it's already been done to death, and I don't want to go over it again. Otherwise, I'm gonna start drooling. Anyway, later, after a much needed hotel recharge and air conditioning, we got an invite from our friends again, and they invited us to one of the most beautiful spots that I've ever seen on this trip. And no, not a traditional one. I'm talking about the Beach Club, or rather, the Potato Head Beach Club, straight out of a luxury travel reel on Instagram. I kid you not. I'm not even exaggerating. The entrance? Pure cinema. A long, winding bamboo tunnel that opens up into a full-on tropical paradise. Lounge chairs, umbrellas, gazebos, swaying palm trees and coconut trees, and of course, the ocean sparkling like someone turned up the saturation. It was surreal. Of course, let's not forget about the music, because there was house music from a live DJ, which added to the vibe. Sunset glow everywhere, and that rare moment where everything just slowed down. Yeah, I'm not even exaggerating. It felt so relaxing. And of course, the music just, and you know me, I am such a sucker for music, for good music. And this background house music from this live DJ was just adding to this energy, and it just automatically made me feel like I was in Ibiza somewhere. So we caught up with friends, leaned back, and for the first time in the entire trip, I just had a chance to breathe. No chaos, no scooters, no rain that was going to pepper my body with warm moisture. It was just chill vibes. And this is when I decided to think to myself, yes, Ajeossi, you are on vacation. But don't let that beachside calm fool you, because in part 3, the chaos comes roaring back. I'm talking ATV off-roading through the jungle, Mount Batur triggering an existential crisis, heat exhaustion that made me question every life decision, and a foot massage so intense it almost rebooted my soul. And of course, one final dinner with friends, live music, and the bittersweet countdown to goodbye. If you thought part 2 was the calm get ready, part 3 is about to get muddy. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button for more. And of course, stay Daebak. This is your host, Domino, signing out. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers and peace.